presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. We're here today at the PGA West Stadium course located in La Quinta, California. Frank, why is this golf course such a challenge?
There's really no bailout, Rich. You miss it left, there's trouble. Miss it right, there's trouble. If you don't get the distance right, you're going to find trouble. So it really is a point-to-point golf course.
So we're ready to go here at PGA West. First hole is 445 yards of par 4. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's a good way to start, Rich. Certainly isn't a drive and a wedge hole to get you out of the gate. This is going to be a drive and a mid-iron for most players. There's some good bunkering down there. Most players will just sort of look at that bunker that's midway down on the right side, but this is fairway first, that's for sure. It's still a decent length for that second shot ahead of you.
In the fairway, down there about 290. And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, heading way right. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
And getting ready for the putt. Even par early on. Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards, but challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
This is a good-looking shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good parts.
Now a 7-footer. Just like that, now at 2 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand. That's fine.
TPC Stadium course has played host to the Skins Game, PGA Club Professional Championship, the Liberty Mutual Legends of Golf on the Champions Tour. I always enjoyed that. And along with the Jack Nicklaus Tournament course right next door, the finals of the PGA Tour qualifying school for a number of years. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Oh, that's good. I like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt.
Under out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. At +2 already. Frank, this is our first par 3 of the day. The fourth, about 192 yards.
And it's called Sandpit. So if you're not on the green, chances are you're getting that lob wedge or sand wedge out. The green is 36 yards deep. Got a nice little sort of hump and hollow roll to it. Mini roller coaster. Now, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place, but a chance to go in.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. This is a par try for Poulter. That's good work. That's a good par right there. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. That's a par. Stays at +2. Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Good contact, good result. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice, strong breeze. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie.
Second shot.
Look out left.
And there's rough over there.
And setting up here in the rough. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Settles in over the putt. They'll take it. That's a par. So they'll tap in. Nice par to remain 3 under. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Now, they make it sound hard.
On the green, sure, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. This is a long birdie putt here. Requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. A good 20-footer here. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Rough day so far, 4 over par on the round. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there and you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic...
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop, this now the third shot.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
You can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest. This has to go in the hazard.
He needs to get up or it's going. So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Has to regroup, playing his 5th shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage, check the wind, start again.
Ian Poulter chance to be aggressive with this approach. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Down, little Sheba. Down! Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Well, once you hit double to par, it's time to just pick up and move on. So a tester from 4 feet. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little off line, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is for everybody else. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Second from an excellent lie. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that 3rd shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision, but, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
He'll need to be strong with this. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Ian Poulter has this for birdie. Back to par for the round. Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Headed for the bunker? In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker play's like.
Frank, the good players certainly aren't panicked when they're in a fairway bunker, are they?
Just make sure your feet stay nice and firm in the sand there. There's a tendency to move your feet around a little bit. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his 3rd shot coming up.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And he makes it for par. This from 7 feet. Drops it, and he's at even par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back 9 now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium-length par 4. But again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really, and if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today.
Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. This scorecard is quickly adding up.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie.
Really? This is an awkward length. Oh, another one goes in.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So with that, 1 over par. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. Little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a cross-country special. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So begins the climb back. Just a couple of feet. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee. This is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
And the lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. And it is not looking like a good lie. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So that's a drop shot. Frank, what do you make of this par 3 13th at 214 yards?
It's another example of Pete Dye using those sort of very harsh wooden bulkheads that give you that such a definitive line around the edge of the green. Plus, it's his ability to turn a straight hole into a very angular or crooked looking hole.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Didn't hit it in there tight, but still with a good chance.
Yeah, if that's his worst shot at the end of the day, then I still think he's played well.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Poulter steady and ready for a par. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Could use this one. This is for par. Did the job right there. Fourteenth hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Ian Poulter going for the green here.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed. Now it's at sneaky distance.
How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. That's cruel, that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Good par. Just a little tap in here. Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Now to the par 4 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard. Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
You're going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Now the approach here at 15. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. He'll need to be strong with this.
Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you could see that ball was never soaring out of that light.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot added, though.
I mean, takes the wind right out of your sails. So they'll tap in. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. This would give him the double. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Second shot.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker play's like.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
I'm loving that balance.
Getting set for his third shot from the fairway bunker. What's the right way to play this, Frank?
Well, you don't want to get the ball too far back in your stance. If it gets too far back, then you mightn't carry the lip in front.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
All right, no damage done. Stays at 1 over par with that putt. Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Drops for a par. then a rocky round. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
"200 yards left to where that hole is cut." Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference.
Extra stroke added after going into the water. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the 4th shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And so that ball does settle. Frank, how far?
Well, it's actually my favorite number, 14 feet.
Why 14?
It's my birthday.
Moving a little left of the flagstick, Frank. Settles in over the putt. Nine over for the day. This is a par attempt for Ian Poulter. And takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
What a thrilling day of golf. For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner. So long for now from the Career Builder Challenge at PGA West.